Good evening, guys. Happy Saturday to all of your sunshiny faces. So I'm getting ready to take a shower and get to bed. But I will most likely not actually have a jewel haul for you guys this week. I actually have not looked at the ad to see if there's anything worth doing, but the way this week has kind of went with like Mother's Day stuff, all the other grocery stores really haven't had a lot going on. And what they do have, it's like very specific. It's like lobster tails and like fillets and like stuff like that, which again wouldn't be a bad thing to pick up. Like, we don't really eat lobster, but like the fillets might not be a bad thing to pick up and like that kind of stuff. But and they might have maybe sort of grilling things, corn, like that kind of stuff, again. But like a lot of this stuff, especially for Mother's Day, it's like maybe they'll have strawberries on sale. Like, I mean, they'll have some produce stuff, but like it's not normally like a very specific holiday where like the Super Bowl's like normally like snack food, appetizers, soft drinks, like that kind of stuff. Like Mother's Day is very, like I said, like a lot of times it's very like I don't know, protein kind of like meat and seafood kind of centric meals almost, or like I guess that's what's on sale a lot of the time, like specific cuts of meat and more expensive meats. So that's why though I didn't even look at the ad, but I'm like, I really don't think that they're gonna have a ton of stuff on sale. Like they're not gonna have like again granola bars and like that kind of stuff really. I mean, they might, but again, it's not gonna be stuff that like we would probably use on a daily basis anyway to go to Jewel and pick up. So while I didn't check the ad yet, I talked to my dad and I was like, well, again, because we celebrated Mother's Day actually today. I think I was telling you guys that originally when we were making the plans, we made the plans like probably over a month ago for like everything that's going on in May, because we have a lot of stuff that's been going on in May already, like even to like just this last week and like the very end of April has been a little crazy. And then there was some other stuff that came up that was completely like unknown to us, and there was like Jack's birthday, and then but we didn't celebrate it till last weekend. And so there's just, like I said, there's been a lot of stuff going on, and there's still a lot of things that we have. I think next weekend we don't have anything planned. After that we have something planned for every weekend, I think in May possibly, or something like that. Like I said, it's gonna be a lot of stuff kind of going on. However, because of that though, when we had initially made the plans, we made them for Saturday instead of on Sunday. Because originally we were gonna do like a bigger thing with like kind of extended family and like that kind of stuff, which again, my mom had like kind of left open for like, well, let's plan this and like, let's just leave that as the option to have it open and stuff like that, and leave it for Saturday so that we can do that. And then it ended up not like working out, but we still had planned it for Saturday. But because of that, we didn't get anything done this weekend, so we were like, well, tomorrow again we'll kind of we did most of all the Mother's Day stuff, like I said, kind of today. We might do some other stuff, kind of again hang out with my mom and things like that, but we also want to get some project things done. We actually got new deck chairs, 2 new deck chairs my mom got, like nice, like kind of the, I don't know, bouncy kind of ones, or like the swivel, I think maybe kind of chairs, but she got like a 2-pack of those, and so my dad is gonna put that together tomorrow. And then we also the one thing that I've been really wanting to do is get all of the stuff in the linen closet organized, all of our personal care stuff. All of our personal care stuff is in like 4 different places in the house. We have some stuff that's stored in the crawl space, like extra shampoos and things like that. We have stuff that's stored in the linen closet, stuff that's stored underneath the bathroom sink, and then stuff that's also stored in the attic. And I want to consolidate everything, try and go through everything, organize it, because like I don't know what we have and where all the stuff is. So like somebody's like, oh, we're out of shampoo. I'm like, okay, I think the shampoo might be in the crawl space. And then I'm like, wait, no, no, some of it's down here, some of it might be in the under the sink, like there's just so much stuff all kind of over the place. So I was like, I really wanted to just go through and like completely organize everything. I wanted to do it last week and we kind of ran out of time to like get everything, especially out of the crawl space will be kind of a pain. So again, the plan was to like hopefully tomorrow we can do that as well and get all that stuff. And I told my dad, I was like, so long as you can get it out, I will just organize it over a day or two and then we can hopefully get it all put back away and everything. But it's just more the I need all the stuff brought out of the crawl space and I can't really do that all myself. It's kind of a pain even just getting down there, but then to move things from in and out of the crawl space is also kind of tough. But it's a really great storage space, especially for things like that that are non, you know, like they're not going to go bad or freeze or anything like that in the crawl space. So hopefully that is the plan for tomorrow. But today, like I was saying, we celebrated my mom's, you know, celebrated my mom for Mother's Day. And I shared with you guys yesterday what I ended up getting her. Most of the stuff was all from Aldi, and I told you guys, I was like, she's gonna love these little like planter like pots that I ended up finding at Aldi. It was like, one was like a mushroom and there was a snail. Like I said, I shared with you guys that yesterday, but she loved it and I was like, I know that she's going to love it. She was like, oh my gosh, these are so cute. And I was like, I saw these and I was like, I have to get these for mom. She is going to love these. Sure enough, that was like, she loved them. So she opened that, and my dad also like got her an orchid. Matthew got her flowers, like so she kind of opened up her presents and things like that too that we ended up getting her. We also ended up going out to go and see the new Marvel movie, which was the Thunderbolts, which I'm not going to spoil anything, but oh my goodness guys, that has probably been the best MCU movie. I will kind of scale back a little bit in saying it's the best MCU movie since like Endgame, but it's also like, I don't want to say that because it's like, it's so fresh in my mind. Like there might be other movies that I was kind of really liking as well that I might have said were really good, but like this one, I was like, MCU's back, like with this movie, hopefully. At least this movie is like old MCU, it feels like. And so it was really cool to go and see that. Like I said, we went to go and see that for Mother's Day, and then we ended up grilling. We went, actually me and my dad went out this morning to go and get all the stuff that we were gonna grill for dinner tonight, like steaks, and we ended up, they did chicken and I had a burger and gluten-free bun. We ended up getting all that stuff and cooked for my mom for Mother's Day. So that was what we ended up doing, and like I said, it was pretty fun to get to kind of hang out too. Like Matthew came and Jack was here, obviously I was here, you know, that kind of stuff. But it was just really fun to get to like hang out and like kind of make those memories, get to go and see the movie and get to go and, you know, just grill and then hang out with everybody. And like we're having like good conversation too and stuff like that, especially in the living room and later when we were eating and everything like that. But I'm going to take a shower now and get to bed.